Dr. Kate, and today I'd like to share with you a couple of versions of our favourite magnetic fingers suggestibility test. And the wonder of this test is that we know it's really versatile. So I'm going to give you two different versions. I'm going to talk through it, and then Rory's very kindly said he'll stand in so I can demonstrate it to you as well. So one of the key features for both of these types of tests is how you started off. So what I suggest you do is you ask your volunteer to bring their palms together and push their palms together, and while they're pushing their palms together, to interlock their fingers. Then to bring their index fingers, these ones, up, and as they bring those index fingers up, to squeeze their other fingers down tight. Now, what that does is it gets you this really good, solid pushing position. So the palms are pushing together, the fingers are locked down, the index fingers are being held together. And then, with the eyes open version, what you're going to do is you're going to suggest that these fingers are magnetized. They're being held together by powerful magnets. And then at that point, you're going to ask your volunteer or your client or your subject to pull, to bring those fingers apart. Focus on the gap in the middle as that magnetic pull pulls those fingers back together. Now, it is a suggestibility test that works on the imagination. And it's a really good test, as you know, not just for imagination, but also to check for any resistance. If somebody is a bit unsure about the whole hypnosis process, this is the point at which it's likely to show up. Now, if you wanted to do this sort of test with somebody with their eyes closed, a different version, again, same starting point, palms pushing together, fingers interlocked. As you bring your index fingers up, lock those other fingers down tight, and then you can get them to close their eyes. And imagine that they have a big, thick, strong elastic band holding their fingers tightly together. And then you're going to ask them to bring their fingers apart and notice the pull. Imagine the pull of that powerful, strong, elastic band putting their fingers closer and closer together. It's working now, even though I'm just talking about it. So how about a quick demo of these? Thank you very much for standing in. What I would like you to do, would it be comfortable for you to have your fingers like that? Okay, that's lovely. So bring your hands together like this. Push your palms together, and as you're pushing your palms together, interlock your fingers. Excellent. Now, bring your index fingers up, just like that, and as you keep these here, push those fingers down tightly together. Now, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to use your imagination and imagine that these fingers are completely magnetized. It's as though they're filled with really strong, powerful magnets. And now what I'd like you to do is use your best effort to bring those fingers about an inch apart. Yeah, I know, feel that pull. Really bring them apart. That's awesome, well done. Focus on the gap in the middle and notice the power of those magnets pulling your fingers back together. That's it, well done. That's awesome, thank you. You can relax your hands for a second. That's fabulous, thank you very much. That was the first one. Didn't he do well? So here's for the second one. Once more, palms together, interlock your fingers, bring your hands up, that's brilliant. And as you bring your index fingers up, push these down, that's awesome. Now, just for a moment, close your eyes. You'll notice he's standing with his feet securely. Now, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that around your fingers, there is a really thick, strong elastic band holding your fingers tightly together. And what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to just bring those fingers apart, just about an inch. That's it, really bring those fingers apart. Again, you go strong, you can do it. Bring those fingers apart about an inch, really, really push. And that's good, and you can relax now. Well done. And shake your hands apart.
I think I've got about a millimetre.
That's about a good couple of millimetres. That's lovely, thank you very much. Now, Rory has a really good vivid imagination, and I've used this type of suggestibility test, both of these, with a whole host of different people. People that have great imaginations, people that have less good imaginations. And what will happen is it gives you a fantastic indication, not just of how well they engage with their imagination, but how they follow your suggestions, how they engage with you. So for something that we might think of as a really simple test, oh, it's only magnetic fingers. It so isn't. You can make it into a powerful tool, whether for street hypnosis, drawing people in, having a fun time. You could even use it for stage hypnosis with a whole panel of volunteers. But most commonly with your hypnotherapy clients, this is a wonderful way of checking how well they will engage with you and leading you on to perhaps another suggestibility test. Now, talking of suggestibility tests, if this has whetted your appetite, hypnosiscourses.com has a whole training program just on suggestibility testing. So feel free to have a look and I'll link it below. But for now, thank you for watching.